Welcome to day 3, press conference 1. Coach will open with a statement, and then we'll open up for questions.
That was an old school softball game. That's the way all the games went back when I played. As the ball was dead, the bats were dead, and it was all about pitching. And that was all about pitching. Just super proud of Ashley, the way she just hung in there inning after inning. Proud of our team for not letting the emotional ups and downs of threatening so many times take us out of the game. But really a lot of that credit goes back to Ashley, just being able to go back out there inning after inning and make quality pitches against a really good offensive team.
Questions for the student athletes or coach?
All right, so Ashley Rogers, obviously, before I ask you anything, great game.
Thank you.
So, 13-inning shutout with 7 strikeouts. You held them to 3 hits. What pitch was working best for you today?
I'm just trying to get a good mix in there, just not wanting to rely on one pitch, just trying to keep them off balance, just mixing everything up, so yeah.
Most innings for you so far this season due to, trying to keep you healthy. So how did getting this 13-inning win feel today?
Just kind of started feeling like my old self again. I love pitching, I just want to be out there every single time. So just being able to do that and just physically be able to do that and mentally as well was just really huge for me, and I think a step in the right direction where we want to go for postseason.
Yeah, so a great momentum shift for y'all today to pick up, the walk-off from Lair. What kind of momentum are you going to have going into tomorrow?
I'm hoping to carry this momentum into tomorrow. Just forget about this game. We won it great, and then just prepare for tomorrow, whoever we're going to play, and go out there and carry that momentum into tomorrow. So,
absolutely. Thank you.
Karen, I'm assuming Ashley gets the day off tomorrow, but knowing that she's only had 4 games this season, pitched over 100 pitches, what did it mean for you to see her go out there and have a game like today?
I don't even know what her pitch count was today, although, pardon me?
161.
Actually for a 13-inning game, that's pretty darn good. And what I'm really proud of is 7 strikeouts in 13 innings. Ashley has really embraced kind of a new normal and just redefining herself this season to be able to come out there and pitch for her team. And what you saw out there today is absolute brilliance. And I'm just so proud of everything she's overcome this year. What's really good for us is we have an ace who sat in the dugout all day today in Aaron Edmondson, somebody who's been brilliant for us this season. So, I'm just glad that we didn't have to throw multiple pitchers today, that we put it on Ashley's shoulders, and she carried us.
Larry, you got walked a lot today, and your game winner was your first hit. What's going through your mind when you go up to that last at-bat knowing you have a chance to win it all?
Going into that bat, I was just like, I'm looking for my pitch. I'm ready to win this game, put my team on the back, take the pressure off of Ashley, and just have fun.
What does it do for the batter's confidence stepping up the plate when Ashley routinely is getting players 3 up, 3 down the whole game?
It feels amazing. I was just like, okay, Ashley's doing her job. I got to step in and do mine and just relax. I know she got my back and I got hers.
Karen, Kiki also had a great game. 3 hits, 2 walks. What's it do for the rest of the lineup when maybe they're struggling, but Kiki continues to lead off with a strong showing?
Kiki fires everybody up with her play and with her emotion, with her leadership. She is our emotional leader, and she was in the dugout several times, really, encouraging people to just get going. So she means a lot to our team.
And then will Ashley, you'll have Aaron tomorrow, but Ashley, how's your recovery process been when you're pitching complete games? Do you think, you'll recover well in 1 day, or how long do you think you'll need to recover after this?
I'll go tomorrow if they want me to, but it's just trying to be smart, getting as much sleep as possible, fueling well, stretching, taking care of my body as much as possible to be ready for when my name's called next. Yeah.
This is what we worked for all year, and holding Ashley out as much as we did. And when you look back at the season and you look at what this team has accomplished, and Ashley only throwing 23% of our innings, and everybody else picking up the slack, the pitching staff and the whole team, and finishing where we did in the conference, and sitting at an 8 RPI right now. I'm just so proud of them. And now we did what we did for a reason, and it's paying off. You just saw what Ashley was able to do today with the multiple innings she threw. So I think we're where we need to be in postseason, and I hope people see that.
Speaking of the number 8 RPI, where do you feel like your team is at in regard to looking ahead to the NCAA and possibly hosting a super region?
I would make a strong argument for us, a very strong argument. We have the number one schedule in the country. We have an 8 RPI. We have quality wins throughout. And again, if when you look at Ashley's thrown 23% of our innings and 19.4% of our SEC innings. And if she's in the lineup all season long, obviously we're going to have more top 25 wins. Now she's ready to go. So that's just a bonus for us, and I think that should definitely weigh in our favor.
For those on Zoom, you want to raise your hand if you have a question. Question from Eric.
Coach, good to talk to you again. This is the longest game in program history, so congrats on that. Was there ever any point that you thought about taking Ashley out the way the game going? Did you have a pitch count or an innings thinking there, or what was to take me through that process as this game kind of developed?
Well, I think there's only two reasons you take a pitcher out: if the other team's getting to him, and that certainly didn't happen all day long. And then if Ashley had said, or the trainer had come to me and said there was any issue with fatigue or tightness or anything like that, and I never got that word at all. So as long as she was good to go, she was going to go.
For the players, how did it feel playing a 13-inning game? Did it feel lengthy? Take me through the emotions of playing a lengthy game, now the longest game in program history.
Kind of like what Karen said, just like the emotional highs are in it. We got so close almost every single inning, and it was just that roller coaster, I guess, of emotions, but we didn't let it affect us carrying into the next inning and going out there and playing defense. But yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, the emotions that we had, especially after that double play in the last inning, our emotions were very high, and that's when we knew right there, this is our game. It's time to shut them down.
Ashley, what went through your mind when the game-winning base hit went through? Excitement, relief, all the above?
I literally sprinted out of the dugout, and I almost tackled Lair on the field. I had to slow down because I was probably gonna just take her out like a football player, but it was just, I threw off the towel I had on me, and I just sprinted out there and went straight to Lair. But yeah, it was awesome.
I think you almost picked you up.
Yeah.
Question from Justin.
Coach, for you, when you talk about this is what you were preparing for in terms of how much Ashley threw this year, was this literally a conscious thought you guys had once we get to the postseason? I mean, I know you didn't say she can throw a 13-inning game, but was that actually the conscious thought as the season went on and you decided who was going to pitch each weekend, Friday, Sunday, etc.?
Yeah, there was a definite plan going back to, I think it was 1st of March when we shut her down for 2 weeks, and then there was a very specific plan to ramp it back up very, very slow. And first it was practice, and then, she didn't throw between February 24th and April 23rd. She threw a complete game February 24th and didn't throw another complete game till April 23rd. And then when she shut down, I think it was the 1st of March, she didn't throw again until March 26th. So then when we started, it was just easing back into it really, really slowly. And just a few innings the first weekend, and then the next weekend, a few innings, in one game, a few innings in another, making sure we had plenty of time off in between. So it's been a process working our way up. And, we hit a hiccup one time, and we backed off and held her out of the Texas A&M series and that right around there for about a 10-day period. And then ever since we kind of got back on track, we haven't had any hiccups. So, there was definitely a plan, and it required a lot of patience and a lot of communication. And Ashley did a great job communicating, how her body was responding.
And Ashley, for you today, they showed you on the broadcast at one point, they showed your legs when you were stretching and that kind of stuff. What was it like for you as that game went on? Having to do things like that, having to, between innings, go and stretch and stay warm. And what were you feeling, especially as the game got going? How close were you to not saying, hey, I can't go back out there? Were you ever any kind of close?
No, I was not coming out of that game. You have to carry me off the field to come out of that game, especially just as the innings went on. But, I would say even more so emotionally staying in the right headspace, because it's easy to get really hyped up and ramped up, and when people are getting on base and really close counts and whatnot, I just have to stay in emotional headspace and like level to go out there and perform. Because if I go out there and I'm an emotional high and I'm trying to throw gas and I'm throwing it all over the place, and that's not going to bode well for my team. And I need us to be out there and perform the way that they needed me to, and just do my job for them to get back in there and get the hits.